wake up this morning, one of the hottest topics and most talked about topics on the campaign trail is race. It was a big week for it last week, and now we have this. The media is blasting Donald Trump for citing the death of Dwyane Wade's cousin while she was pushing a baby stroller outside of an elementary school in Chicago. But people are saying Donald Trump is using this horrible, tragic incident to win over black voters. But no one is choosing to challenge him on the actual facts here of what is happening in that city. What do you make of the media coverage of that tweet by Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, I can't even imagine what's going through the minds of the family of Nykea Aldridge. Just taking her baby on the stroll down the street and ending up dead. But unfortunately, that's a story that can be repeated by multiple stories all the time in Chicago and in some of our other inner cities. And Donald Trump has correctly pointed out that this is a major problem. And I'm not exactly sure why it is that the Democrats are wanting to complain, other than the fact that they complain about everything that he says, no matter how he says it and when he says it. The fact of the matter is, if we're going to make America great, we cannot have large pockets of dysfunction. We can't have areas where people are not being appropriately educated. And he's not saying that that's the case for everybody. You know, I came out of an inner city. I got appropriately educated. But, you know, my story is different from a lot of people. I had a mother who was absolutely determined that I was going to be successful. And we have to, as a society, recognize that if we have pockets of weakness, it weakens our entire society.
I think the response was not necessarily in the words that he then later said at that rally, but it was in the initial tweet, which he later pulled down and sent out another tweet. And there were people who pounced on it as insensitive, that they thought he was. And his original tweet said, just what I've been saying, African Americans will vote for Trump. He tied that will vote for Trump in this condolences about Dwyane Wade's cousin being shot. What is your thought on that?
Right. Well, there's nobody who's going to always say everything exactly the way that everybody's going to be satisfied. Somebody's going to say, you should have said it this way, or you should have said it at this time. You know, this is ridiculous what we're going through as a nation right now, picking on these little things when we have these gigantic issues staring us in the face. It's like, you know, when Jesus said, why are you going to complain about a splinter in your brother's eye when you got a beam in your own? We don't look at the obvious. We take the other little things and all this subterfuge and try to divert attention.